wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Hey, what's happening? Welcome to the KVJ show. It is Thursday.
Woo-hoo.
All right, here we go. What's
Happy
up, everybody?
Thursday, everybody.
What's the weekend?
Yes.
Yes, it's Friday Eve.
It is. You guys got any big plans yet for this weekend?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What you doing?
Dennys galore. He's spending the night.
That's right. I know. How's your adult sleepover going?
Well, he didn't spend the night last night. He's spending the night tonight, tomorrow, and maybe Saturday. His cats were there last night, though.
So you guys are very excited then, huh?
It was just me and the cats, yeah.
What are you, a cat daddy now?
I'm a cat. I'm watching everyone's pets now.
You're that guy?
Well, Denny's is a different situation because he's getting his house tented, but yeah, everybody that has a pet that goes out of hey, Bird, how's it going? Hey, how's life been? By the way, can you watch my 3 German Shepherds?
They only like to eat sofa half the time.
Yeah, they love Alpo and they love couches.
Right. Yeah.
It's okay if they love to bark constantly, right?
Oh, man.
Yeah, you're that guy now.
I am that guy.
Yeah. It's crazy on that tenting stuff. I went by an apartment community yesterday, and they had it tented.
Wow.
It was one of those, you've seen those big where they have, I don't know, probably 25 units
Yeah.
in one building. I'm like, they make tents that big? The whole thing was just tented with one big tent.
Maybe they had to tape a couple of them together.
It didn't look like it. I was impressed. I'm like, that is bigger than a circus tent.
Well, I feel like you've all done, have you done the tent thing?
I did not do the tenting, so when I had an issue, they told me that I could do this thing where they heated up my house to like an oven. So I got my house heated up to like 200 degrees.
Okay.
And that was supposed to kill all the critters. I don't know.
Seems made up, doesn't it, Kev? It seems made up.
We baked your house?
We turned my house into an easy bake oven.
And 200 degrees, is that really going to do it?
They said it does. After they heated it up, then they came in and sprayed with the chemicals. So I'm sure that's going to kill me.
Oh, yeah, you got
Okay.
The critters didn't die, but you are.
Right. Something's going to die.
It'll take 10 years to show, but yeah, it'll take me out.
Does it have to be really your house jacked up if it's getting tented, or is that sometimes just precautionary stuff?
Jacked up.
Like I'm saying, if you're getting your house tented, does that mean you've got so many critters, or are you doing the tenting to prevent all of that? I guess what I'm asking is, the tent mean you are completely screwed?
No.
Okay.
You can do early. I think Dennys is actually catching his termites early.
He is,
because they've only been leaving those little remnants for a few weeks now. He just started noticing those, and that's a good thing. If it's been going on for a year, that's a bad thing, because then it starts to eat the structure of your home, and your whole roof could collapse.
I'm hearing ants are bad too. If you get ants, they'll crawl through a hole and they get in your wall, and then they have this big ant party.
That's not good.
It's Florida for you.
I know.
Yeah. Well, that's the big issue is, it doesn't really get cold enough to kill off a lot of critters. I was reading that now places further north are going to have to deal with the same kind of mosquito problem we have because the temperatures are not dropping low enough to kill off the mosquitoes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so, everybody used to complain, nothing but bugs in Florida. It's like, guess what? You got them too now, bitch.
Seems like a good time to release those man-made mosquitoes they were going to do.
Yeah, they did in the Keys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard how that's going. I haven't heard anybody from the Keys, though, so I don't know. Maybe they took over and finally won. I don't know what happened there.
She's been kind of quiet.
It's been very quiet since they released those mosquitoes. I guess they're all dead down there. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, where's that update?
Yeah.
They were
nothing.
telling us so much on the front end, and now
Yeah.
it's silent.
Well, but the mosquitoes,
Yeah.
it sounded like a science fiction movie.
Yeah. Well, if you want to dial up the KVJ show, the WRMF app has been updated. I guess now you can send us all kinds of different messages, from videos to audio, along with text, that we can get here and play, and you can be more interactive with the KVJ show. And, of course, we will use you. So download, register, start listening. You can win some front row tickets to the Jonas Brothers and some AirPods and other cool stuff. So if you're going to check us out this morning, do it on the 97.9 WRMF app.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, I don't know if you've seen this backstory. The fight's been going on between the surviving members of Soundgarden and Chris Cornell's widow, Vicky. I mean, they have been seriously fighting over a lot of stuff. And I guess she had all the passwords to all the band's social media, like the Instagram, the Facebook, like all that. And she locked the band out of all their own social media. But yesterday, I guess they came to some sort of agreement, and now they're working to try to get all things Soundgarden hashed out. She gave them back their social media passwords.
What's the beef between the two? Are they trying to do stuff she's not down with?
I think it's about money, and it's about who actually owns the music and who wrote it and who gets the royalties and the cash.
Yeah.
And, you know, she, I guess, had control of all the social media, and then the band didn't even realize how much she had her fingers in their pudding until Chris died.
Right. It sounds a lot like what had happened with Nirvana and Courtney Love.
Yeah.
That same kind of fight where you've got the spouse on the outside who's trying to lay claim to
The
a lot of their
Beatles
husband's
and
work.
Yoko Ono.
Yeah, it's been written many times.
Yeah, so at least this is good. You know, they've come to an agreement, and now the band is back in control of their social media. So maybe they'll be able to hash out the money side of it too.
You guys can play on Facebook again, but you're still not getting no money.
You guys are allowed to post things about your own band again.
That sucks.
That sucks bad. They were locked out. How long ago did he die? I mean, it's been a minute, y'all.
And keep in mind, that's their boy too.
I
So it's not
know.
like
That's their boy, but that was her boy too.
I hear ya.
It's crazy stuff. This is awful nice. Megan Thee Stallion stepped up to cover funeral expenses for a fan who had passed away. I guess the family had put together a GoFundMe page, but they were short of reaching the money they needed to bury their family member. And Megan saw the tweet and stepped up and gave them over $8,000 to be able to pay for the whole funeral.
That was very cool.
Awesome. And finally here, man, if you don't want to have twins, don't hook up with Nick Cannon. You know, Nick and Mariah have twins, and now Nick and his new girl have twins. I guess he just got it in him, y'all.
That is interesting. I thought it usually was a female thing if it ran in the family.
Oh, no. Nick Cannon makes me nervous. If you don't want to have twins, do not sleep with Nick Cannon, ladies.
Dang, okay.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
I love when people send me their weird just scenarios or stories, because I do the Weird Whatever podcast, which will be coming back in a few weeks, hopefully from my house, which I'm very excited for. I still get the emails from people who have weird stuff to talk about. And this woman tells me this story back. She was living in Philadelphia back in the 90s. And Kevin's had these stories before where for 2 days there was somebody living in her house and she didn't know it.
Hell no.
Yeah, it was kind of like a rundown apartment area. And there were ways you could sneak in through the ceiling area, and she found out there was a guy for 2 days looking at her, watching her.
That's horrifying.
Taking, whatever they had in the 90s,
Polaroids.
Polaroid pictures.
Kind of hard to keep those quiet.
Yeah, no, you're right. It wasn't Polaroid, but it was the snap camera.
Wow.
But she ended up hearing something, and then she called the police, and they found a dude up in her area.
That is ridiculous.
I wonder how common that is, where you go home and someone's just hiding there.
I hope it's not common.
I hope it's not common either.
It's a rare story. I think that's why it does stand out, but it does happen, and it's crazy when it does.
If that happens to you, does that change your life forever?
Yeah, it makes me really question ever having an attic again.
Well, I just know having that rat problem. When I walked down the stairs, I had to make a corner and turn around a corner. And ever since I turned around that corner, I saw that rat looking at me. I don't take corners the same way. It changed the way I make any kind of turn on any corner. Even at work, if I make a right to the vending machine, I go with caution because I'm like, rat?
I corner differently now.
I got to invest in some rubber rats to mess with you.
Oh, Jason Pennington, the easiest man to scare and murder. That's all I got.
Okay. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
I'm so pissed. So yesterday, I treasure my nap. I get about an hour nap every afternoon. Everybody in the family knows. Leave mama alone. Let her get her little nap.
Yeah.
So I laid down, and I was going to have a late day yesterday. I was in meetings till 9 p.m. So I needed this nap so bad. And I had just dozed off, and Magnolia comes in my room and starts touching my arm. And it's not like she grabbed me, but she just started touching me lightly. So it scared the crap out of me. And I jolt up and aggravate my hurt back.
Oh, no.
Mama.
Because it's not good to jolt when you have an injured back.
No.
And I'm just so pissed. My head spins around like, what do you want? She wanted to take my car, and she was worried that she wouldn't make it to the gas station because I was low on gas. And so she wanted my credit card. I'm like, you're not getting anything, and you're not driving my car ever again.
I don't know if you've ever accidentally called the queen over here during her nap, but she gets a little mad if you wake her up.
It's all I have. I just want this one little hour, and everybody knows, but nobody cares.
Queen Grumpy over here if you wake her
Yeah.
up from her beauty sleep.
So
It's tough.
if y'all see a teenager on a bicycle around Tequesta this weekend, it's probably Magnolia. She's not driving my car.
She got to learn timing.
Wake me up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough
Oh,
stuff.
good. We have a hurt Virginia who hasn't been sleeping. Sweet.
Great. Thanks, Mags.
All
I'm
right.
so irritated.
I know. I can feel your anger.
And
Yeah.
my back's not getting better because I'm just so tense and mad.
I'd walk on it, but I'm kind of portly these days. I think I would maybe break your spine.
Can I get a skinny friend to walk on my back?
Dennys!
I thought this is kind of an interesting concept because we talked before about the 4-day work week. In fact, we were asking in which is better just this week here on the KVJ show. Would you rather have your Monday or your Friday off? We all were thinking Mondays. But
Yeah.
how about this? I do love this concept. And honestly, I'm not being lazy. This is about justifying productivity, which is something I'm all about and I study. You talk about your naps, Virginia, and things like that. I'm big into sleep, studying sleep. I don't do the nap thing because it's too hard and too unpredictable to put that safety around it. And when you can't sleep, it doesn't really count. But listen to this concept. The 5-hour work day. Imagine that going along with a 4-day work week. Chopping down basically your work hours to 20 a week instead of the 40. And where we've actually gone, a lot of Americans are working 60 or 70 or even more hours per week. And we're all losing our marbles. We're stressed out and we have a lower quality of life.
And we're melting down in the grocery.
Yeah.
It's bad.
But if you're building a road or a structure, it may take longer if you're doing that.
Well, it's only for certain jobs. So you would have to figure out which kind of jobs this would work for. But a 5-hour workday has been tested and been proven to result in more productivity. It's 5 hours of continual work. And they found that there are periods when you can push past 5 hours, but the reality is that we really only have about 5 good working hours in us every single day. And I often notice that. And I line up my day every day with recognizing where my energy and focus is and then trying to do my hardest, most delicate tasks in that period, because I realize I don't want to do something that's really important when I've got D energy. So I'm
Sure.
always trying to, with my day,
D energy.
It sounds a little dirty.
if your mind is there, it definitely does.
It's got that D energy.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get that D
I haven't
energy
had
this
D energy in a
weekend.
long time. So to me, it's always kind of maxing your tasks with wherever you are with your energy. And they found out, including one business who tried this out, they made the move in 2015 to the 5-hour workday, with workers going nonstop from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and their productivity increased by 50%.
Wow.
Yeah, because they said that they were in there and you can maintain that level of focus And you ever notice that where you're just like, man, I am crushing it. I am just zipping through stuff and you're getting high quality work done and a lot of it. And then other times you're just sitting there just trudging through it. You're going to get nothing done. What you're doing is it
Watching the clock.
My best work is Saturday morning, and it sucks because we're on from Monday to Friday.
Yes.
The best is Saturday morning.
Yeah.
That is when I'm at my best.
Right.
I wake up, I want to do chores.
Yeah.
Like, I legit will have the energy to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
And work on stuff for the show.
So
and feel
recognize
refreshed.
that. Everybody needs to recognize that and kind of plan your day and your week out accordingly, knowing when you've got the right energy and the right kind of focus to do those kind of tasks. You'll find out that, man, I'm doing a lot more work in a lot less time, and the work is even more quality. And they're finding this out by really studying workers. Again, it's got to be the right kind of job.
Right.
But if you find the right kind of job, that's why, honestly, my big argument for what we do too much dang radio, man.
Yeah, let's cut it back an hour or two.
I mean, everybody else is doing 30-minute podcasts once a week, and we're doing 2.5 hours every day.
We're doing a lot.
We're doing a lot. I'm like, dang, man. So, imagine that. And they're finding out that people are doing this. So it'll be interesting to see when businesses, these right now are the more avant-garde businesses that are doing this. They're a little bit more trendy. They'll take those kind of chances. So how long for it to take to trickle down to your regular kind of schlebby job?
It's going to take, it's never happened.
I don't know. But if your company actually cares, I know that, we were talking just this week about Amazon and how much they've studied productivity and how they set up their structures with their workers.
And how much they don't care.
Accordingly. Yeah, they haven't.
They actually want to go the opposite way of caring.
Yeah, but, some places do want to get the most out of their workers. So if you work for a company like that, probably the higher end type places, you'll start seeing this. And then if they start crushing it, then other businesses are like, okay, we got to do something different. Then maybe it would take on. But how awesome would that be? Can you imagine that? A 20-hour work week?
What would you do with your extra time?
There's so much other stuff that I want to do. There's other things I want to see. I want to learn. I think a lot of times just kind of going out, spending time with family, having quality time. A lot more people are understanding how important it is to reconnect with nature.
I'd like to know a Kevin Ralston if you only work 20 hours. What's that guy like?
I got other interests in life that I would put
other
my
than
time
radio?
into.
Who
I
would've
know.
thought?
Who would have thought, huh? I put my time into that.
Be a way better father.
Oh, no doubt, man.
The day before the Father's Day weekend?
Yeah, thanks
I
for
know.
the reminder. Oh my gosh. Well, at least I'll know when I get nothing on Sunday what's up.
Listen, my friend hasn't slept. She's in pain. She's going to be real mean today.
She's just lashing out.
Look, I'd be a way better mother, too.
You'd be a better father, Kev.
I know what she's saying.
Seriously, I was a bad mom yesterday.
All right, don't beat yourself up. Let's get some breakfast in
All
here,
right,
Mama.
yeah. Hey, this is good news. If you're not really taking extreme care of yourself, new
I'm listening.
Okay.
He's talking to you.
I know.
Dad bod. Every single year, they do this survey with Planet Fitness, and it really is working against Planet Fitness because every year it's coming back that maybe they need to be Planet Fatness because the dad bod numbers every single year are pushing more into the favorable category.
Interesting.
Yeah, which to me, this seems counterintuitive of Planet Fitness doing this. You might want to end your dad bod survey because now it is up to 70% of women who say that the dad bod look is attractive. 70%, 7 out of 10.
Do you think it's more of a comforting thing where because the guy is not taking as good care, so the woman goes, you know what? I don't have to try as hard either.
Well, I heard this girl explain it on TikTok, and it made me laugh out loud.
Okay.
She's like, I like a man with a dad bod. I like him to have a little belly, because if he's got a little belly, that means he's got a good job and he eats. And if he eats, I eat. I like it.
Yeah, I do wonder if that's why people
Okay.
like the dad bod, because it takes the pressure off of them, too.
59% of the ladies in this survey said they would rather be with a guy who's got a little jiggle than somebody who is solid muscle.
Oh, look at that, Jay Bird.
Yeah, Bird. You are.
Somebody's jiggling.
Yes.
Get that dad bod. I ain't got no kids, though.
And they say that the guys who have the dad bods are more confident. 69% of men with the dad bods say they're confident about it now. And they're like, it's all good because especially if somebody's paying you attention, they're saying, I really like it. And hey, I mean, why crush it in the gym and do all these kind of crazy, trust me, working out and eating well, it's not easy.
If a dude's got a gut and he's got his shirt off and he's walking around, And that man's got confidence. He don't care. He don't give a crap.
You said something very important because that seemed to be the underlying thread in pulling off the dad bod. You have to feel good about it. You have to have the
Confidence.
confidence to go along with it.
But that comes with having other things in life lined up. Like, you got a dad bod, but yeah, you got a great job, you got a great car,
Yeah.
you got a plan, you have confidence, you're a smart guy, you take your girl out to dinner, you got a little extra play money.
Yeah.
All those things add to confidence.
This survey did say that fat slobs are still gross.
Was that the official verbiage?
Yes. You're doing nothing but laying around on the couch all day long.
That's not sexy.
It's not working, no.
We want a man out
Right.
there that works and gets a job done and
Yeah.
has motivation and
Yeah.
goals. But if he's got a little tummy, so what?
Okay.
Get that tummy out.
Yeah. I see Jaybird's now shirtless.
You make me feel confident.
Yeah.
Why?
Good.
We're talking about
Looks
the
good.
dad. Thank you.
70% of women are
Walk
saying
around
that's
like
what they
this.
want. 70% of women want that.
Look at
Right
these
now, what's on KVJ TV?
Confidence, baby.
70% of women want that.
Woo, yeah.
That's it. He's got it. He has the best body on the show.
That's right, baby.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Look at him.
He's just looking at himself on KVJ TV and drinking himself in.
Never look sexier, man. Never look better. Coming up here, also, don't want to forget these birthdays. We got Alex, happy 3rd birthday. Adoption Day. We love you and are excited to officially welcome you to the family. I love you always. Aunt Kiki Paisley, Emma, Mommy, Daddy, Booper, and the rest of the family.
That's a big day.
That is.
That is
Congratulations.
cool. Look at that great photo they
That's
sent into
awesome.
there. Yeah.
Aw.
Really cool. Love
Cool
that.
photo.
I want to wish my son Mikey a happy Gotcha Day. The day we celebrate when we became a forever family. I love you to the moon and back, and so thankful I got to be your mom, Melissa.
That's cool.
Some very sweet emails.
Yeah.
That's great stuff. Toys. They can be worth a lot of money. Jaybird's got a buddy that has a vintage toy store. He would know. But if you grew up in the 90s and you had toys and they are in good condition, they're finding out that 90s toys right now are in the hot zone.
Look, I'm not trying to
Push your toy agenda.
But the 80s, the 1980s, they got some good
Worth
stuff.
a lot, too.
They are, man. They're
Yeah.
in a very good run right now.
Yeah.
All of them.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what the whole article is about. It's from a study from the Toy Zone, just finding how much value is in some of these vintage toys and how valuable the game is. That if you just put them away, didn't ever think about them, and you pull them out and they're in pretty good condition, you could be looking at a good chunk of money.
I'm morphing into going into the 90s with the toys now. I'm starting to collect them. And what's weird is right as I started collecting them, for example, a Snake Eyes Virginia from G.I. Joe, I think it cost me $55 to get him complete from 1983.
Okay.
Now, a year later, it's up to almost $200 now.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Wow.
know. So, cha-ching.
Retirement plan.
Your boy knows about business dealings.
All his money is tied up in G.I. Joe.
He's gonna walk in. He's gonna walk in to get his next house and pay in action figures.
I'm a real power player.
Yeah.
You got a 401k? He's got a G.I. Joe.
You got Bitcoin. He's got Snake Eyes. They say the sweet spot for 90s toys is the Beanie Babies. If you collected those back in the day, you may look foolish. I know people are going crazy driving everywhere to get them. They say 9 of the top 10 most valuable 90s toys are Beanie Babies.
Wow.
Almost a dozen different Beanie Babies have sold for $15,000 or more on eBay.
Yeah, man. Well, they were big back when Beanie Babies were at the height. You still had some that were worth a ton of money
Yeah,
as
you
they
did.
were making them.
Yeah, I remember the Princess Diana bear.
Yes.
That was worth a ton then.
The candle in the wind.
Yeah, now it's selling for $19,000.
Wow.
It's crazy, isn't it?
My niece had that.
She did.
She had all these Beanie Babies.
Yeah, a lot of them are worth a lot of money. There was a couple of Valentine's Day beanies that sold for between $25,000 and $30,000 each.
Dang.
And the biggest moneymaker, we're not even to the top one yet. It's the Chameleon Beanie Baby from 1997. It just sold for $50,000. That's a toy. Isn't that insane?
50 grand.
$50,000.
And I feel like during the pandemic, the prices started going even higher.
Probably because I think people had time to unpack, look through these things, and nostalgia was a big thing during the pandemic. People wanted some comfort in such a chaotic time. And so going back and finding things that gave you ease, and especially going back to a safer period in your soul.
And two, people were fixing up their crib to make their home a little sanctuary that they loved. And like you have it at your place, all your collectibles are displayed and it makes you happy.
It really does make
It
me
makes
happy.
your house a home.
It makes me legit happy looking at my toys.
Yeah.
If you're talking action figures from the 1990s, right now they're saying the most expensive one is Scratch from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by Playmates. That is going for $5,850 if you have it.
What they're doing now is they're taking a lot of the 80s and 90s toys and they're doing the replica. Dennys has the 1986 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set, but they made it in modern times. They took the old mold and made them now, which is kind of cool. You save a little bit of money on that.
Yeah. I wonder if those will have value in 20 years.
They will have value because I'm already seeing in Star Wars that their replicas are already they're starting to go up in price.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. And they say a copy of GoldenEye 007 for Nintendo 64 is selling for $15,000.
All of us had that game. All of my friends had. Denny's had it. I had it. My boy JR had it. We all had that game.
Wow. If you had it and you kept it in good condition, 15 grand.
I was so bad at that game. I was always stuck in a corner shooting my foot. I couldn't get out of the corner.
All right, today's KVJ draft is for the best movie characters of all time. Like I said, you might get some added credit if you pick one that's been in a trilogy. Might help you out here.
I know what Ralston's doing.
You know where I'm going.
He's trying to get in my head.
You better hope I get a low card. Dang it, I got a low card.
You got a low card?
Ah, I got the 4. Dang it. Ah, screw, man. Gosh, that sucks.
Screw.
That's the only curse word I know I can say right now. I want to say another one. I'm like, you can't say that. Dang it.
Well, you beat me.
What'd you get?
I got a damn 2.
Did you?
Yes.
Whoa. Okay.
What'd you get, Bird?
What'd you get?
I got an 8.
Okay.
Not going to win me the tournament.
None of us are picking high cards today.
No, Dennys, what you got?
I got a 5.
Oh.
Damn. What'd you do? Take all the face cards out the deck?
Suit's got a king.
Oh.
Whoa. Okay.
Riggs Jr.
Oh, come on, Suits. Don't be a jerk.
Suits, take
Oh, you know
it.
he will.
Take
Don't be a
his Star
jerk.
Wars.
Oh, man.
Break his spirit, Suits.
Okay. Suits is running KVJ TV in the other studio, so we'll get him on the phone here. Suits, you got the first pick, man. Everybody knows how valuable this is. What are you going to go with the first overall pick in today's KVJ draft for the best movie characters?
I mean, you got to take Darth Vader, right?
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Chipper feels good about that. I think it's a great pick.
It's a great pick.
Yeah.
It's a great pick. There's like 5 you can't go wrong with.
Okay, Bird. Maybe your character's still there on the board.
It is.
Yeah, what are you going?
I'm going Yoda.
You're going Yoda.
I love Yoda.
What about Baby Yoda? Can you take Baby Yoda? Do you get Yoda with Baby Yoda?
I don't actually. You could get Baby Yoda. That actually will probably win.
I don't know. Well, does that count as a movie? It's best movie characters.
Oh, so in your face, Baby
Yeah,
Yoda.
I don't know. You can't go Baby Yoda.
I don't
actually.
understand.
It's a TV show, Mandalorian.
Never saw it.
Yeah, we know.
Dennys, what are you going to go with?
I think I'm going to go with Scarface, Tony Montana.
Ooh, good one.
Say hello to my little gun.
It's not the line, but I
That's
know
not
what you're
the
doing.
line.
Say hello to
all.
my friend.
No,
No.
still not it.
Okay. I am going to go with James Bond.
Oh, that's a good
Good
one.
pick.
Yeah.
Okay. Virginia, who you going with here?
I am going to go with Ferris Bueller.
Oh, okay.
I love Ferris.
Ferris Bueller's great. Okay, Virginia, you get the next pick as well.
I am going to go with...
She's so going to lose the tournament with this one.
Nobody asked you. Lose, you will. I'm taking Ron Burgundy.
Okay. That's good.
Okay.
Is it going to win the tournament, though, Kevin?
My next pick, I'm going to go with Han Solo.
Ah.
Dennys.
I see a trend.
Yeah.
Who do you got here for your next pick?
I'm going to go with John Wick.
Oh, wow. You should.
People are going to love that one.
Yeah, that's a great pick. Okay. Back to you, Bird, in the KVJ draft for the best movie character. Who you got?
Gosh,
It's important.
this is
Go
such
with
an
your
This is
Yoda.
so important.
There is. And I love this character. I'm going to go Forrest Gump.
Really? Okay.
Is that Gump?
Oh, I wouldn't have done that.
Okay.
So whatever. Get out of here with your crap.
You talk about how you don't really not that hot on Gump anymore.
No, you're the one always dumping on Gumping. You dump on Gump.
Okay, Suits. You get the next two picks.
All right, I am going to take Indiana Jones,
Yes.
Ooh,
Great
indeed.
pick.
and I will take Harry Potter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, good pick.
Okay.
Suits my own.
Yeah, Google Gary over there.
Google Gary.
He's
I
got
love all those movies. Can't put it on Google this week.
Yeah, okay. He's got a strong team there. Jay Bird, who are you going to add to yours with Yoda and Forrest Gump? Best movie character.
Don't blow it, Bird. Everybody's listening.
I will blow it if I pick this one because it's a personal choice. I should not go with that one. Let's go with. Damn it! Gosh.
Come on, this is
All
so
right.
important.
All right.
Don't blow it.
Kermit the Frog.
What?
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure. I think I have to take it. If I said it, I have to take it, right?
Okay.
I don't.
It's
Kermit?
locked in.
Kermit?
I love Kermit.
Okay.
You know what? Screw, as Kevin said earlier. It's
Yeah.
the only word we can say.
It's the word of the day. We're so limited in our swearing here. Okay, Denny's, your final pick to go is Scarface and John Wick.
Oh, I think I'm going to keep in kind of a similar theme. I think I'm going to do Tyler Durden from Fight Club.
Okay. All right. Popular choice. Okay, and with James Bond and Han Solo, I am going to go Captain Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, Virginia, you got the final pick.
I'm taking Elle Woods from Legally Blonde.
She just lost the. There is the stinker. We
Okay.
knew it was coming.
You don't know nothing.
I'm over here picking Kermit.
Okay. All right, teams have been picked. Suits has got Darth Vader, Indiana Jones, and Harry Potter. Jaybird has got Yoda, Forrest Gump, and Kermit the Frog.
Solid.
Denny's has got Scarface, John Wick, and Tyler Durden. A lot of tough dudes on this.
Yeah.
Danny, you're a tough
Oh,
guy.
you mean?
He's a fighter.
I've got James Bond, Han Solo, and Captain Jack Sparrow. Virginia's got Ferris Bueller, Ron Burgundy, and Elle Woods.
No, I will bet my face on it that the witch is in last place.
I'll take your face.
Okay.
I'll take your face and parade it around here when I kick your ass.
Okay, so here are the characters that we could have chosen that we did not. Rocky Balboa.
I had him on my list,
about it.
but I did. Do people love Rocky?
I don't know. That's
I don't really
right. I
love
wasn't
him.
sure. That's why I didn't go with it. The Joker.
That's a good one. Damn it.
Jeez, that's a great one.
Jeez. Why would we not do the Joker?
I know.
Because we want to do Kermit the Frog.
Bird? Kermit? Oh my God.
Kermit.
I have not slept. And seriously, like a week and a half.
You kind of look it.
I know.
Hi-ho, I haven't slept.
I look like I'm going through something a little bit.
Yeah, you do look like you're going through something.
John McClane, Die Hard. I love the
Yeah.
first one, but
It's
okay.
been a while.
It's too old of a reference, but I loved Axel Foley from
Yeah,
the Beverly Hills
yeah.
Cop. Iron Man, Star-Lord, a couple of the more recent characters you could have gone with, or a Batman.
Oh, yeah, or a Superman.
Yeah. Marty McFly.
Yeah.
I'm
thought
surprised
about
Bird
it.
didn't go with the
Mr.
Back to the Future.
Miyagi?
Yeah, Mr. Miyagi.
I thought you picked
Daniel's
Doc.
son.
Oh, my.
Doc Brown.
Doc
Doc Brown.
Brown.
But I get the Kermit the Frog.
You blew it.
Oh, you need to. You're glad the attention's on me right now, but honestly, you do have the weakest list.
I love my list. This is a list that I feel confident and passionate about.
Coming here with some weak ass Elwood.
Elle Woods is amazing.
Luke Skywalker didn't make it.
He's kind of a little whiny bitch.
Yeah. Hannibal Lecter didn't make
He's
it.
good.
Yeah.
Lima beans.
Yeah.
Oh, it was fava beans.
Fava beans.
Dummy. You're
You're
stupid.
just butchering everything today. Good heavens.
Lima beans.
You're right. I butchered the Tony Montana line.
Yeah. 3 mistakes. Maverick from Top Gun. Nobody
Oh, damn.
I don't know, man. I don't think you really gave this much thought.
I really. Oh my
No,
God.
he had a whole
No,
list.
that's the problem.
Oh, he
I
did?
gave it too much thought.
He had a list. I was looking at him.
I was too prepared. I got to win these things.
He gave it a lot of work and tanked. Somebody throwing out Deadpool. I kind of forgot about that one.
We all kind of blew it other than Suits.
Yeah, Suits has got a strong team. I don't know. I don't feel like I blew it. I mean, I didn't pick Kermit the Frog or anything like that. I mean, just considering all the ones you left on the table, you're wearing a Chewbacca jacket too, and you didn't go Chewbacca?
Well, I love Yoda more than Chewbacca.
Okay, all right. You didn't want to load up too much with Star Wars characters.
People are already bitching. Too much Star Wars, guys. So I knew I had to reel it in.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. That is the KVJ Draft Best Movie Characters. That is what we had. So you can go and check that out on the Facebook and Instagram. Start getting the votes in. And we'll see how well we do with that. Okay, time for producer Denny's Joke Jury. He's got the comedy. We let him know what hits and what misses. What you got for us here today, Denny's?
All right, joke 1. What did the police say after the salad bar was robbed?
I don't know. What did they say?
Everyone, please remain calm.
Okay. Romaine calm.
Nobody's doing lettuce jokes.
That one goes in the book.
No.
That's a keeper.
Romaine
Solid.
calm.
We love lettuce jokes.
I do. Let's see. Second joke. What do you call a group of dogs that sing 90s hip hop?
I don't know. What do you call them?
Bone pugs in harmony?
Bone pugs. And it's got bone in there, too. See, it works 2 ways.
I love that group.
Yeah, bone pugs in harmony.
Let's see. Third joke. What did the French pastry say to Radiohead?
I love the setup.
Yeah, I don't know. What did the French pastry say to Radiohead?
I'm a crepe.
How high were you?
Very.
I
My house is getting tented, so I had to use my supply up.
Yeah, we have a.
crepe.
That's amazing.
Okay. Wow.
Let's see. Fourth joke. What do ducks say about hard drugs?
I don't know. What do ducks say about hard drugs?
Quack is whack.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
yeah,
all right,
yeah,
yeah.
I got
We
you.
respect it because it's the other joke.
Yeah, you're right.
We'll pass over that one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Final joke. What did the hunter say about masturbation?
I don't know. What did he say?
1 in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
I get where you're going with that. Okay. There you go.
Good job, kid.
Yeah.
Nice work.
I'm a crepe that alone.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
alone gets some
yeah.
bonus points today. You ever thought about what your biggest dating red flag would be? They always, we talk about this all the time, about dating red flags. Look out. If this person has this, might want to watch out because it could mean, look out. They live with their parents. They don't have a job.
I mean, yeah, that goes without saying.
All these kind of things are typically what you talk about for dating red flags.
That's a red flag. That's an on fire flag.
Okay. That's a big one for you.
Not
huh?
dateable.
Well, if you had to say, if we were all in the game and we were single and we were dating, if you were honest with yourself, what would you say would be your biggest red flag that, okay, this is a sign of trouble, or maybe you might not want to date Virginia because ...
And we're watching you, Sinicki, so.
She may be a little bit of a handful if overserved.
Okay. So it's your crazy, fun little drinking binges that is your biggest red flag.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's so much more.
Well, you said one, and I had trouble narrowing it down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she gets crazy and has fun when she's drinking. That's basically what she's saying. No.
No, it's not always fun. It's sometimes very difficult.
It's tough.
Would you say is that probably your number one? You over drinking?
Probably.
for a red flag.
What would you say it's your husband's number one struggle? Because I think in every
yeah.
relationship too, you can say, okay, what is the biggest struggle in your relationship?
If she can't answer, I can answer for her.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So then that probably would be dead on than what your red flag would be.
No, I think you're accurate.
Yeah. Your husband does that. Okay, so a big dating red flag for me. Can't be a physical thing.
Yeah, nothing
Yeah.
physical.
Yeah.
It's about your personality.
Right. What is the one thing that says, ooh, I don't know. I don't know if you'd want to date that cat. He's a little too what?
Sexually boring.
Vanilla.
That's not my choice, though.
but let me ask you this:
Yeah.
Would the Kevin Ralston be a freak in the sheets? I'm talking doing it all in there if you had the opportunities.
I know what all can entail, so I'm not going to say all.
His all and your
Yeah.
all are different.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There's different definitions when it comes to all.
I mean, would you be a carnal beast?
I've been a lot more adventurous in the past.
Okay.
I'm open to that. I'm fine with that.
Oh, Ralston.
He'd love to go visit that land again.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a land far, far away, a
So
long
far.
time ago.
Okay, so you're saying it's not going to be the boring in the bedroom?
No.
Okay.
That wouldn't be it. That wouldn't be it. But I get what you're saying. If you listen to the show, you're like going, oh, yeah, that dude, huh?
Are you, so how about this one?
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you affectionate? I feel like you're not a very huggy, affectionate, snuggly kind of person, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think you're kind of honing in on that. I think, being the person I'm with, the Mexican queen, she's not very affectionate. And so I think that is kind of...
She's trained you to don't touch her.
Yes.
But that's what I wonder. Are you like
Yeah.
that, or have you been conditioned to be like that now?
Conditioned.
Yeah, I think more conditioned than, I would be. I would say I'm not an overly, I'm not going to be hanging, I'm not going to embarrass you, I'm not going to be pawing all over you. It would be the right place, the right time kind of thing. So you definitely are a lot more on that spectrum than I am.
I'm more of a...
You're more PDA
I
guy.
am.
You're more
I don't care.
kissy,
You're more
huggy.
meat hooks.
I don't care. I
Yeah.
mean, in my younger days, yes, you would probably see me making out hardcore. I wouldn't be making out in public now, probably, but I say that to get a couple
Yeah.
drinks in me, probably. Yeah, shut up.
I'd say that I'm set pretty normal.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I would say I'm pretty normal on that. I think maybe right now, probably the biggest things that one of my big red flags is that I am such a structured person that to the point where there's not enough spontaneity.
No curveballs.
Yeah, and I have a lot of things set up for protection for different things, for mainly this job. But that would probably be one of the biggest knocks is, this guy is robotic.
Gotcha.
This guy is too structured. This guy's like, where's the crazy spontaneity going to come with in your life?
You need to be a little more loose.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I know that
But
loose...
you can do that too. I've seen you do that when you're not stressed about this.
I can. It's usually after I get fired from a radio job. I'm real loose. I'm like, yeah, freedom, baby.
Loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
A couple drinks in you does you good.
I agree.
Ooh, or I don't know.
Well, it doesn't do good maybe for the wife, maybe, but it does good when we're hanging out with you.
There's people that might debate that.
Well, look at me.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
That's a good
Look
point.
at who's giving you advice to drink more.
Okay, talking about red flags for Jaybird. Walls Pennington. Some people were saying that maybe you got too many walls up.
I honestly probably have the most red flags of anybody on the show, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because I know everybody has anxiety issues. You're
Yeah.
a human being, you do. But I have a very specific kind of a condition that a lot of people don't understand. And it does cripple me on some parts of my life, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
And I've done my best to try to work through
Right.
it. But it leads to a little bit more drinking than I should.
Yeah.
It's one of a knock on my personality for sure.
Well, let's say that you want to have a great rooftop dinner on Brickell.
You ain't going rooftop.
Well, something like that for me. If I find that
Sometimes,
out 2 days before, for 2 days, that's going to be dreadful thoughts for me because
Yeah.
I don't.
Like tall buildings.
Well,
yeah.
my legs become paralyzed. I physically have a condition that a lot of people don't have. Because when I talk about this stuff, people go, Bird, a lot of people are scared of heights. A lot of people are, no, it's a different
Yours
kind.
is a different animal.
Yeah, and I've had it since I was about 8 years old.
Yeah.
And it's a weird thing. So it's a red flag for some people.
Yeah. Okay. The other ones that people are saying with the walls and things like that, I think that comes up that in relationships, is it a red flag? Are you too dismissive of relationships too fast?
You know what? I'll tell you what it is. When it comes to talking about stuff on the air about a relationship, I just know in the past I've been honest. I've said things, and I've also it's caused drama and it's caused problems behind the scenes for me in my personal life. I just don't want that. I take that really hard if I feel like I've hurt someone's feelings or I've said something because they didn't sign on for that kind of life or whatever.
Yeah.
So that gets in my head, and I think that will create some walls. This job helps me create walls for sure.
Okay. We're talking about what is the biggest red flag for Dennys. What would be Dennys' biggest red flag?
Well, if you don't like weed, that would be a red flag.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, you better be very green friendly.
And there's some people who are very much against weed.
Oh, I've had ex-girlfriends that hated weed, and I'm like, how did we link up? How did this happen?
Right, yeah. How are we going to connect?
Attraction.
Who tricked me?
The initial attraction, and then, we got to know each other, and we don't like each other.
Do you think that there's something else that would be your biggest red flag, Dennys, for dating you?
So I guess if I was to date somebody that needed a lot of affection and emotional attachment, I would probably not be that great at it. I do keep everything pretty surface. I mean,
You don't need some needy girl.
exactly.
I got enough emotion for both of us.
Yeah. Like
You already have a needy girl named Jason.
yeah, so I was fortunate with Jen that we're both kind of similar in that we don't need to constantly show each other our affections. We can exist around each other, and then when the time is right, show affection. But for the most part, it just doesn't need to be reassured constantly. I'm not a big reassurer. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
If you need a rah person, I am not gonna be rah.
If you need someone to really make you feel it's going to be okay, don't go to Dennys.
Yeah, I've made Bird feel bad many times by trying to console him. So.
I'll just talk something up. He go, oh man, I'm the worst person to talk about
I'm
this
like,
stuff.
you sure you want to go down this route?
You want to get high? I'm like, yeah, that's
Problem solved.
Yes. But if you need a lot of reassurance, I probably would not be that great at that.
Okay. What do you think about Suits? If you had to say his biggest dating red flag.
Ooh.
What is it for Suits? First of all, you better like NASCAR.
Yeah.
And if you do not, then I think that is going to be a tough relationship.
You better
for
like
you.
to sail the seas, too.
Suits-
Oh,
Suits is
yeah,
a-
cruising and NASCAR. He's got two big things that if you couldn't stand either one,
Have
that's
you
a
ever
major
been-
red flag.
They ever do a NASCAR cruise?
They did, but I mean, I love NASCAR, don't get me wrong. I just don't think the crowd on board is going to really match me because I'm not the typical NASCAR fan.
Well, they
You're
love
not.
racing. The cruise is over in 20 minutes.
But I wasn't going to pay extra for that. But no, I think also, honestly, for me, it's probably just I'm not financially completely stable in my own life yet. I still have to live at home, and that situation kind of affects. I
You're
think
a
that's
young
my
guy.
biggest red flag.
Yeah.
You were on your own before COVID, so that
I
was
was.
cool. But
I'm trying to get back out there, but I know some people look at that and they're like, I don't want to deal with the guy who doesn't have his own apartment.
Look, you got a lot going for you. Your future is so bright. You got to wear shades.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Grandpa. Oh, 80s reference.
was, yes.
Tired ass.
For anyone that doesn't know, a song in the mid-'80s had that title in it.
Still a term.
Yeah.
Your
Well,
that's a
future's so
song.
bright. You got to wear shades. I love it.
Yeah, the other day I was at Century Village and everybody was saying that.
Hey, Kevin, your future's so bright. Wear some shades.
I'm like, but Mildred, you're going to be dead in 5 years.
I love that expression.
You need to let that one go.
I can't. Is that another red flag?
Okay.
I can't let things go.
That's another red flag. You're stuck in the 80s.
I can't let things go.
Okay. Somebody said Suits is a red flag because he can't hold his liquor.
Actually, that was one I was going to mention. I actually got dumped by a girl once because of that.
Apparently she's
Really?
texting in.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just waiting for this opportunity.
She's like, I can't wait.
She's putting you on blast right
That was what I was going to say, though. Seriously, I had a girl just because I
Cold.
didn't drink before I was 21, and I just think genetically I don't hold liquor well. My
You
dad
got
didn't.
better. You got
Yeah,
better.
I'm better than I was, but I still get drunk easily, and I think some people don't like that.
And you hang out
Yeah.
with us. If you try to keep pace with this
Right.
pirate crew,
I had to snap him back into reality at cocktails and karaoke.
It actually worked,
He was
too.
about to fall over the equipment. I go, Suits, right now, get it together. Come on.
And I did.
You're a single man. Ladies are watching.
ladies don't like
And
it.
he snapped back.
I have
Nice.
been different since that night. Since he said that to me, I'm like, all right, I got to hold together. This is clearly a
And
problem
then I
here.
proceeded to
Fall
walk
apart.
into the equipment. Yeah,
Just don't be the drunkest.
that is always the rule. KVJ event, do not be the drunkest.
Right. Smart stuff. Got people texting in their confessions here today. Fun little things so that, hey, you know what? We all kind of do little things that maybe we shouldn't, or, things happen to us. We do some things. Nobody's perfect. That's why we're all here to realize that. Not here to judge anybody.
Virginia.
I'm here to judge.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You don't speak for me, Ralston.
That's true. This is an interesting text that came in here for somebody's confession. They say, when I go on my lunch break, I have a drink and I take a shot every hour then until work is over. It's a very stressful job.
Wow.
How about that?
Whatever. I'm not judging.
I'm not either.
Yeah, when you say that, especially drinking at work, people do. They immediately like, oh my gosh, how dare you? How dare you? But I got to tell you, honestly, there are some very stressful jobs out there. And if you keep it together and it maybe just calms you down and actually helps you kind of stay in the groove and focus more, because I know for me personally, I can get so clanked or so stressed that I'm not productive, that I'm like, I need to relax a little bit, and a quick little shot of some booze kind of brings you right down so you can get right back into that productive mode.
That's a great point. That's exactly why I drink sometimes on the air here, because I do it because I don't fall apart.
Yes.
You can't tell that I'm drinking.
Here we are justifying alcoholism.
And I'm completely kidding, by the way. You can tell if I had a sip of alcohol.
You get a quick-ass buzz.
I get real goofy. I start laughing.
It's fun, isn't it?
It's
just
fun.
It's just
and
fun.
it eases up all the tension in your shoulders.
Yes.
I mean,
instantly, your shoulders just kind of drop a couple
Stress
inches.
is bad for you.
Yeah, we do not at all sound like we have a problem.
Anybody want a drink?
Yeah. Well, there you
Can
go.
you take me home?
Yes.
This confession says, keto, I got to confess, makes me constipated, and boy, when I finally go, I go. Well, I ended up clogging the toilet, and I had to ask my husband to come and unclog it for me, but I pretended not to know why it was clogged, and he assumed our 3-year-old just threw something in it, and I didn't correct him.
Would you be embarrassed if you clogged up the toilet and Panda had to go? Are you guys past all that?
I would never put somebody else in the awful predicament of having to look at or handle my feces.
I mean, I'm with you.
I know how to navigate a toilet to the point where I can take care of the situation myself. When you grow up poor and you have a really bad toilet in your house, you learn how to work the belly of the toilet. I can get behind it and I know what the problem is if it's not flushing. If it's not filling, I know how to fix that. Like, there's a lot of problems that can arise with the toilet, but I can fix most of them.
I grew up as you. I grew up with some broke down toilets. I feel like my entire childhood had a broke down toilet.
Unless it's just clogged and I can't get anything to go down. But in that case, I get the trash receptacle, I fish the dookie out, I take care of it, and no one has to see it. It's in the yard, no one will know.
But it would embarrass you if Panda had to get involved.
Yes, I would do everything possible to keep him from having to handle or look at my doo-doo.
And if he blamed it on Rocco, would you let him continue that blame, or would you correct him and be like, no, that was me?
I would absolutely let Rocco take the blame.
Okay.
Well, you used to blame your farts on Magnolia when she was a kid.
That's a great thing. If you've got a baby, a toddler, any smaller child that can't fight back, and you're in a grocery and you accidentally fart, you can totally be like, do you have a stinky diaper, Magnolia?
Yeah, okay.
That's good.
All right, yeah. Hey, a lot of people do. That's why we talk about these confessions here. Another one that somebody texted in said, one thing they don't tell you as a new parent is that a baby will clamp its mouth down to literally any nipple. And as a new father, getting up in the night, bare-chested, to soothe your crying child is a whole lot of avoiding your child clamping down on your hairy man nips.
Wow, yeah, I guess a nipple's a nipple to a kid.
They don't know.
Ew.
They just think, man, something's the matter with this soda line.
Yeah, this one came with dental floss.
It's not producing any juice.
Somebody else confessing here said, I met my stepfather at a gay sauna 5 years ago. We looked at each other, then we went our separate ways. We've never mentioned it, but I often see his car at a popular cruising spot.
Is he still married to your mom?
I don't know. I would assume, by the way this is written, it has that feeling.
I mean, I say something. No, you don't. You don't bring this up.
I don't know. Would you if you found out that your stepfather was gay?
And he's with
Still married to your mom?
Yes, I'd absolutely say something.
I don't know if I would.
That's my mom. I gotta let her know what's going on. It doesn't matter if it's a gay bar or a straight bar. He's stepping out on my mom.
Yeah.
But look, I mean, is she happy? Is ignorance bliss over there? Am I going to tell her this and it's going to uproot her life?
But you need
and now
to.
she has to get a divorce and he's the breadwinner. So what's she going to do? Like,
Well, then she finds out that you knew about it. He ends up giving her an STD, and she goes, "You never
Yeah.
told me about this."
I see what you're saying on the stepping out. I agree with that. But a gay sauna, is that where you only go to just pick people up, or could you just go to have a steam bath around other men? And it'd just be like, hey, I'm not here to find anybody. I'm just having a
Kevin.
steam bath around other men.
it's a dual purpose.
Okay, all right.
You may love steam, but you probably love men
You
too.
couldn't even say that whole thing without smirking.
I didn't know. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it's innocent. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, listen to this. This one says in their confession, I ghost wrote a healthy eating recipe book for a celebrity. The celebrity had no idea about cooking and lived on junk food. I stole the recipes off the internet and altered them just a bit. The book actually did okay.
Wow.
Who is that celebrity, I wonder? I don't want to throw out too many names, but I'm going to start with Dr. Phil.
Yeah, did he have a...
He did. He had a diet book come out.
Dr. Phil is pudgy. You got a lot of nerve.
I mean, Dr. Filthy, I want some advice, but not about weight.
Yes. Tell me about all the things I'm doing wrong in my personal life.
Huh. I wonder who that celebrity is. This one says, I once told a guy who was trying to park on a busy street that he was performing the worst piece of driving I'd ever seen. He told me to F off. I told him he was an a-hole, and then I sped off. That night, I met my girlfriend's dad for the first time. Well, that was an awkward surprise.
I mean, that's something that happens on a TV show.
That is Curb Your Enthusiasm.
That's 110%
Yeah.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
You just get up and leave at that point.
Yeah.
I say you laugh at it. Get a drink, have a drink together, go, that was crazy, or no?
This confession says, when I go poo, I've got this weird tradition of sending it down the chute by saying, goodbye, my son, before flushing. What? I did that yesterday at work, and then I heard a coworker trip outside my stall. I guess he heard too.
People are weird.
Goodbye, my son.
You
What?
did kind of make a poo baby.
Yeah, okay. All right.
A lot of poop.
A lot of poop.
Somebody said, I've made a series of elaborate hiding places in my kitchen for my cookies, lest my 3 teenagers eat them all. And then I also have a less elaborate hiding place that I know they will find, and I fill all these hiding places with the crappy cookies, so they think they're getting one over on me, but they are wrong.
I love it. You pay for those cookies. Do what you got to do.
That's right. Very nice. And one more confession here says, after a night at the club, I once peed through the mail slot of a house I thought belonged to a guy who I'd had a fight with months earlier. I found out the next morning it was actually the house of my former kindergarten teacher. Oh, that's tough.
That is gross.
That's gross. It was just last week when here in the parking lot at work, somebody hit his car and he had to go deal with it. They were trying to leave the information and all that. And now, not even a week later, it gets hit again.
Dang, why?
I was at Target, and I'm
You
walking
were
out.
at Target and you were a Target.
Yeah, you're right. I'm walking out, and
Somebody took it literally.
I see a note on my door saying, sorry, I hit your car. Here's my information. And then I look, I couldn't find the dent. So I'm thinking they hit the same dent. Or
You know what? It's also a great joke to play on people, to just leave some fake information on a car you didn't hit and just walk around the parking lot and leave it for somebody.
You're right. That was it. I never called the information.
People
Yeah.
are just out there messing with you.
Or messing with one of their friends. Can you imagine if you made
Yeah.
100 copies of that and you just kept walking around to random cars and putting that on the windshield?
Are you thinking that someone's messing with me, or you think I got hit and I can't find the other?
Maybe
Okay.
somebody's messing with somebody else. Either somebody's messing with you, or maybe somebody's messing with somebody else.
Or you could have got hit in the same bump.
Is that possible? Where they hit my car and they go, "Oh crap! I made a dent here."
Yeah, maybe they heard a little ding and they got out and looked like, oh crap, I did that.
But isn't that weird though? Twice in a week? When did I get hit? Was that Monday?
It's weird, but then again, it's you.
Right.
I guess. Yeah.
You always have the weirdest stuff happen to you.
It's a weird thing. Was that this week I got hit at work, or was that last week?
Last week.
Okay. All right. Well, so it's not the same.
But that's still, I don't know the last time I've ever had a note on my car where somebody dinged it. I'm not sure if that's ever happened once in my life, and yet it happens to you twice in the span of 1 week.
The last time I had a note on my car, it was from some angry person that was complaining about my parking job.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
That
Yeah.
does sound about right.
He was so mad. He wrote this big long ass note, but joke's on him. I didn't see the note for several days, and the only reason I saw it was because it started raining, so I went to turn on my wipers, and then the note came up.
Right.
Well, will you go down when we leave work? Will you come inspect it with me?
I will.
All right.
Somebody said maybe it's just a cute girl who wants to talk to you.
Hey.
Oh, that's a long way to go.
You can come hit my
It'd be a
car.
good way to get somebody to call you, though.
Yeah. All right.
To get somebody to reach out and be like, yeah, I got this note. Did you hit my car?
What if you call her and then she comes over to like give you a check for the damage and she's like a 10 out of 10? And then she's so into you and then you guys fall in love and get married?
Oh, well, that would be not what we're looking for.
You've seen this guy's life. That's not the kind of things that happen to him. He gets hit twice in 1 week. Those are the kind of things that happen.
Yeah,
to him.
don't want to get hit the third time. That's the biggest hit in marriage.
Right. No.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Kind of an odd story here, pretty involved. Earlier this month, there was a 29-year-old guy that brought a garbage bag filled with marijuana to the roof of a building in Brooklyn. He was apparently a drug dealer who was expecting to sell 19 pounds of weed for $20,000. But apparently things went south, and one of his customers pulled out some guns and started attacking him, trying to steal the whole bag.
Oh, no.
It's one of the problems of being a drug dealer.
Gotta always bring back up Virginia.
So the guy instead just hurled the bag off the roof. It slammed onto the sidewalk below. And when pedestrians realized that it was a bag full of weed, they started scrambling to grab what they could and start running off. Crazy, huh?
Wow.
Dang, varmints took all my weed.
Man.
I mean, yeah.
The drug dealer had to go to the hospital for some minor injuries, and the police are still looking for the people who robbed him. But that's a man. How
So he's
crazy is
clearly
that?
going to jail too. Then
Yeah, for dealing. Yeah, of course.
My goodness.
I mean, it's not like
mess.
it's dealing plus. That's so much money.
Yeah. 2 passengers got removed from a United Airlines flight at San Francisco International Airport after they got into a fight over the armrest.
I can see where that would happen.
Yeah, they were like nudging each other for elbow room, and it turned into a full-out brawl.
I could see totally how that could happen.
That's crazy. Neither guy got arrested, but they weren't allowed to rejoin the flight, so neither one got the armrest, oddly enough. More than a dozen parents got in a fist fight in a Little League T-ball game in Kentucky over an umpire's call.
Dang.
The brawl began when one of the coaches went onto the field and threw his hat down at home plate. There's a video of the incident showing 12 adults confronting the coach then, who started yelling obscenities and then throwing punches. Then an off-duty cop at the field called for backup, and several units arrived to break up the fight. Nobody did get arrested or charged in the incident. But
How? How does that not? How does nobody get arrested on a Little League brawl with adults?
one word, Kentucky.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
It's normal.
Virginia, if you ever want to watch something fun, just type in Little League brawls or Little League fights. Some of the best videos will come up.
Okay.
These adults losing their minds.
There was an employee of the New Smyrna Beach Golf and Country Club that was trying to shut the club down, and apparently ran into David Foster, who wasn't ready to leave. When the staffer was trying to shoo him to the exit, David Foster became angry and pulled out the driver from his golf bag and
Damn, Dave.
hit the staffer in the head with the club, knocking him to the ground, then continued to hit him with the club until the club broke.
Oh my God.
Okay, to me, you need to go to jail for attempted murder.
And if you
Yeah.
are the other workers there, you tackle Dave.
I never understood that. people that hit other people in the head with a weapon and then don't go to jail for a long time, I never understood that.
Well, that's not this story. He got arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Good.
Yeah, he hit him about 10 times.
That's all. You're trying to murder somebody.
Yeah.
What the hell? They were just trying to close at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Damn.
Guy in Pennsylvania led a state trooper on a chase while riding a mini bike. Chase ended when the guy crashed the mini bike into an embankment and then started to run.
Oh, boy.
The trooper followed him through a yard, caught him in a ditch, and then when he started to explore, he realized the guy had meth, Adderall, marijuana, a glass pipe, and a straw in his pocket.
He's a 7-Eleven of party.
Somebody wants to get it done.
He blamed the high speed on the mini bike on the meth he did a few hours earlier.
Makes you go real
I
fast.
feel the need for speed.
Yes. Not my fault. Blame it on the meth. A nice reminder from the National Park Service. They want to gently remind tourists not to push their, quote, slower friends into the path of oncoming bears.
You have to say that?
Yeah, apparently so. Apparently so.
Bears, though, oh man, they're great to watch. Hang on.
Yes, it's nice.
Right up into the point where they're mauling you. Yeah, bears are great.
Yeah. And then I actually like to watch bears mauling people, so we're both going to be happy for a while. There's a viral post attacking yet another Karen who teamed up with the HOA to knock down a treehouse.
Oh my gosh, Karen on the HOA, look out.
Yeah.
That's like a flat top cop.
She's ruthless.
The viral post is a laminated sign from a dad named Dave who accused an anonymous passerby of complaining to the local homeowners association about his son's tree fort, which resulted in an official demand that the tree fort be dismantled. So Dave, the dad, wrote, "Don't worry, you're safe now. Your act of casual cruelty was successful. The complaint you lodged against the HOA was heard. They had me take down the small tree fort that I built on this location with my sons during the pandemic. No longer will its presence offend your walk past my house. Please enjoy your stroll free from the sound of my children's play and laughter. They are now safely back inside watching television."
Damn, Karen.
Yeah.
That is terrible. Let the kids have a tree fort.
Right.
What is the matter with people?
I don't know. Yeah, why do they have to kill other people's joy?
Ugh.
Well, this is an interesting message in a bottle story. If you've ever tried that, littering up our oceans with old Bacardi bottles with notes inside.
I've done it a few times.
There's a 13-year-old that did this, dropped it in the ocean in Rhode Island 3 years ago, and a different teenager just found it in Portugal, 2,400 miles away.
See, it's such a great story. I blame the education system because they always would talk about, kids, let's write some messages and put it in a bottle and throw it out in the ocean. Back in the 80s, they didn't care about the marine life.
They certainly didn't care about ocean pollution.
They did not. No, we're chucking them in left and right. If teachers are telling us to do it.
I grew up not far from the Mississippi River, and we would do this all the time.
Yeah.
Put notes in bottles and throw it in the river.
It's a romantic kind of a fun, mysterious thing, no?
Nobody ever called.
Dang.
Yeah, Virginia wasn't as lucky.
No, I didn't have anybody cool from Portugal call me.
Remember when I found one? I brought it in here. Y'all laughed, said, "Oh yeah, clearly someone just threw it on the ground. It wasn't a real one."
Somebody's just messing with you.
No.
They're leaving notes on your car, and there's fake bottles with notes.
Yes.
There was a bottle in the ocean.
Guy finds a lot of notes, doesn't he?
Your stalker is just like giggling behind a bush.
You're right. The damn
Yeah.
the stalker at Target.
The stalker loves Target. Stalker's favorite store.
It's all just coming together, isn't it? It's fun to watch.
You are a
How the
Target.
pieces are falling into place. All right, I've got some random questions for you here today. First question. What celebrity are you tired of hearing about and why?
Oh my gosh, there's a lot.
Okay, somebody that just is like, okay, enough already.
I'm sick of hearing about Chrissy Teigen. I was sick about hearing her before.
Yeah.
Now I'm really sick of hearing about her.
Well, she's tough because she had bullied people before. Then she was going and she would be the person that would shame people and get them canceled. And then when she gets canceled herself, now she's reaching out and crying. In fact, I see she's the #1 trending story story in South Florida right now because she is apparently looking to Oprah Winfrey to do a Meghan Markle style interview with her to try to salvage her reputation.
Oh boy.
So that's where she's going, hoping that Oprah can humanize her, and so people will try to forgive her because she's like, look, I've fallen on the sword. I've tried the apologies. I've lost all my sponsors.
Well, I was doing prep for the show, and every website I went to, Tegan. I'm like, oh my gosh. All right.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
She just needs to simmer down. Just relax. Get off social media. Stop talking about it. Let the climate cool down and then see what happens in 6 months.
People they do not like her right now.
No, you're too polarizing right now.
Okay.
The royal family. So if I never hear anything royal again, I'll be a happy man.
Not me. I'm still drinking it up like it's a hot soup.
As soon as you guys start talking about the royal family, I get so bummed out internally. I'm like, oh, man.
You know, I'll say probably one of mine right now that I'm kind of starting to get over is the whole Tiger King stuff. Like, stories keep coming up, and I'm just like, all right, I'm really kind of over this guy. He's not a very good dude anyway.
I don't think he's a good dude.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right. You know, I enjoyed it when I watched it. I was into it because it was a pandemic. Nothing else was going on, but
It was perfect pandemic watching.
yeah, but now I'm like, okay, I'm kind of over this cat. So that's the one celebrity for me.
Over that cat.
Cat.
Yeah.
Wow, big cat rescue?
Big cat rescue.
Of course, people are saying Kardashians, Jenners, Kanye, anything along those lines. They're sick of
Sure.
hearing.
You
about.
always hear that.
Do you
though.
have one?
No, I like it all.
You do not. There's celebrities you hate reporting. You don't like Taylor Swift story. You get annoyed with Swift.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, but if Swift had some juicy stuff, Swift is too boring. If Swift brought the juice, I'd be into it.
Okay. Somebody I like to talk about is Cam Newton.
Oh, all right. You got me.
Okay.
Cam Newton.
You're right.
We all have one.
I do like when bad things happen to Cam Newton.
Okay, you
though,
like talking about
and that does. I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people in the press that love when bad things happen to Cam Newton.
Yeah, there is.
The press they're not very nice people.
I love it.
Last week in the news, there was somebody that had turned a room of their house into a McDonald's. Had the signs, had everything.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was kind of neat. I mean, they had everything looked official and kind of right. And so
How did they do that?
They just, spent money, were collecting stuff, getting whatever they could. I think they even, contacted McDonald's corporate and said, hey, what can I get? What can I buy?
I don't know if I dreamt this. Is Ronald McDonald gone? Is he going away? Or are they trying to silence Ronald McDonald? Is the days of Ronald McDonald no more?
I haven't really seen him around. They don't seem to really be using him. It seems like they're trying to go a little bit more with an adult image. For the McDonald's, you look at just how they look. They almost look more like Starbucks now.
But I mean, Ronald McDonald was a big time player in our childhood. And into our, he's just going to go away and we're not going to say anything. We're just going to act like Ronald's just on vacation and then.
McDonald's is temporarily getting rid of Ronald McDonald.
Why?
I don't know.
Ronald got canceled?
I think it said that they wanted him to have a little break from the spotlight.
That's weird.
I just Googled it and it came up.
Okay, I didn't dream this. This is a real thing. I go, that's an odd story.
Yeah, McDonald's isn't, what it was when we were growing up. I remember I had one of my birthday parties at a McDonald's. Do kids still do that? Go to McDonald's for a birthday party?
I don't know.
I just want to know the reasoning why you canceled the clown. He's the face of your franchise.
I think honestly, I think they're trying to get more of an adult image.
I don't agree.
I liked it back when, remember when the seats were red and yellow?
Loved it.
And they didn't look like a Starbucks on the inside.
If I was McDonald's, I would go back to I would bring back all of the characters. People love when you bring things back.
The freaking Hamburglar?
Bring Hamburger, bring him back. Bring Grimace back. Bring the little birdie back.
Yeah, Birdie was cool.
We saw it during the pandemic. People like the nostalgia. I don't get McDonald's.
Playground. Bring back that awesome playground. Remember that cool playground they had? They had like 6 or 7 of the best little rides.
I mean, I'm a McDonald's fan. You're talking to the core here. It does boggle my mind. They go so different than the roots. And maybe there's numbers to back it up.
It would be interesting to see, because the one argument that I would have to that point is, as kids, we always begged to go to McDonald's. That was such a treat. And that's what would get our parents there. And our parents would find something on the menu that they would eat as well, but it was mainly the kids that drove it. But what kid now with it looking like a Starbucks and there's no Ronald McDonald and the characters, the ball pits and all that kind of fun stuff, would you be like, hey, are kids dying like they were to go to McDonald's? My son still goes and gets it, so I guess, I guess it still works.
Rocco still gets a little giggly about a Happy Meal. He gets excited, but he doesn't know the joy that I know, the Ronald McDonald Land Playground.
And look, I'm not a big clown lover, but I do love mascots. I love McDonald's. I don't like having Ronald McDonald just kind of go away, kind of like he's been offed.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think is they're just trying to look a little bit more adult. Somebody's saying they do still have the playgrounds.
Where?
I don't know. It's just one of the comments in the chat room, but
all the ones that I've seen recently, they remodeled them to make them look like Kevin said, a Starbucks, and there's no playground on them.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I'm taking it hard, clearly.
Well, the question here I have for our random question is, if you could deck out one room in your house in any way you'd like, which room would you choose and what would you do to it? Mine's simple. Mine's a sports bar kind of thing. It'd be a High State Buckeye theme all over the place with TVs, helmets, probably even just TVs like Jaybird has. I love that. I'd probably be playing, highlights of the best moments. That would be the room that I would have and what I'd do with it. What do you think, Bird?
I don't know. I kind of already am doing this in my life.
I know. You got an opportunity, too. If I had my own house like that, lived alone,
I got all my figures.
Like that,
I'm actually expanding it. I'm doing stuff of baseball that I love.
Yeah.
Dale Murphy, Gary Carter, my two all-time favorite players.
Yeah.
I'm desperately trying to find a picture with them together so I could blow it up and put it on my wall, but I don't know if one exists.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think I'm living my best life.
I think I would do like a game room, but like a really tricked out game room. Not like a sports bar, but there would still be TVs.
A Dave and Buster's kind of a thing.
A Dave and
That'd be
Buster's
cool.
kind of thing.
Yeah, a little Papa Shop would be amazing.
There
for
used to
me.
be a place by me called Cheeseburgers and More in Jupiter. COVID got it. It closed down. It is no more. But what I loved about them is they would rotate out these cool games, and they would always have the most fun games. Like when Deal or No Deal was hot, they had like a fancy Deal or No Deal. They had all kinds of fun ball drop games, and it was just awesome.
Yeah, I think making it like an arcade would be pretty awesome.
Okay, let's say you could make one thing taste like another. What would it be?
Wait, say that again?
You could make one thing taste like another. What would it be? Like, for instance, for me, it would probably be broccoli tasting like birthday cake with icing. I mean, imagine that. You would get the health benefits of the broccoli, and you'd be going, I can't get enough of this broccoli that tastes just actually like birthday cake with icing.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'd eat all the broccoli and get the nutritional value, but you'd feel like you were cheating.
It would be life-changing for me. It would appease the fat Kevin in me, but it would also appease the diet pansy.
What's better for your heart and your lungs, raw onion or raw pepper?
I think onion.
I think pepper.
Okay.
I was just reading about the health benefits of onion the other day.
Okay.
I probably do a pepper, and the pepper tastes just like pizza. Because for the same reason, I need to get those nutrients in
right.
me.
Yeah.
I think I'm dying of carb disease.
Well, if it's going to take anybody.
Yes, you would have a severe case. What fantasy creature would you love to bring into the real world?
Ooh, and in the bedroom, right?
If you want to sexualize it, go right ahead.
Oh, okay.
Hamburglar.
I was always kind of partial to Ariel from Little Mermaid.
Okay.
I did not find her very attractive.
Okay.
All
right.
Am I sounding creepy?
Yeah.
Jessica Rabbit did it for me.
Jessica Rabbit was. I think I like redheads.
I think we're starting to see that. Yeah.
Somebody just had a revelation.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do like a character like that. You could do unicorns.
Oh, My Little Pony, so sad and lonely.
Dinosaurs, dragons.
No,
Okay.
don't do that.
Don't do that.
No.
Okay. Minions.
That'd be fun. But aren't they kind of little troublemakers?
They're mischievous. Yeah.
They like to mess with your stuff.
Yeah.
Dragons?
Yeah.
From where? Okay, never mind. All right, sorry.
What?
I got confused.
You forgot what a dragon was? Are you okay, honey?
No, don't call me honey, first of all.
It's like he just woke up in the middle of the bit. Dragons. Wait, what dragons?
How
What?
tight is your hat?
I'm not kidding. I'm on a run. I'm not sleeping for a minute. So I'm struggling.
Okay, anything you would like to add into the conversation? Dragons.
Dragons?
Dragons?
Yes. You could hit us up. 877-979-WRMF. Like somebody was saying, the celebrities I'm tired of hearing about, Jake and Logan Paul. Can we stop with them? Yes.
yes.
Got it. That's a good one. Anything else you want to add? Just hit us up here on the KVJ show. It is kind of an odd thing that you really do have access to really about anybody, anywhere, anymore. Even celebrities. That's what social media has done. I was even seeing that artist SZA, S-Z-A.
Yeah.
She says that she's always answering DMs and things like that come from her fans. Some of them even have her personal cell number. And so it's kind of interesting. I mean, we're in an era now where that kind of stuff can happen. So there's a lot of good that comes from it. It's really kind of cool to have that kind of access. I love when people will DM us different stuff. I mean, that's how Jaybird got his Bigfoot the other day. Spike had DM me, sent me a personal message and said, hey, get in here. Jaybird would love that.
And Spike seriously lives one street away from me. We're neighbors.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be a friendship.
So there's a lot of cool things, but with anything awesome in the world, there comes the weird or the bad that goes along with it. And some people will get some weird DMs from time to time from somebody they don't know. And so we were kind of asking that question on our own Instagram, saying, what is the weirdest DM that you've ever received?
Virginia, hey, I love your feet. I want to see your socks. That one dude always DMing her about her feet.
Yeah.
You don't know you like that.
But I appreciate the compliment.
Yeah.
My pigs appreciate it.
Yeah, there's some stuff like that happens. Like one person said a few years back, I got a DM from some random guy, and it went like this. Hello, my name is Oliver. Would you like to be my mistress? No, I'm good. Okay, I'm sorry for disturbing you. Would you consider showing me your feet? No, I think you're a pervert, and you're kind of creeping me out. Never heard from him again. But just out of nowhere.
Because that's what every girl wants, just to take a shot of her feet and send it to a complete stranger.
But if you send that to 20 girls, you'll get a foot pic back.
I mean, she's probably not lying.
You'll get one, and you'll get a girl that wants you to be her mistress, too. He's probably just playing a numbers game.
That does happen, where you just throw it out all the time, and eventually something's going to stick.
Something's going to stick eventually.
Or you maybe just put up a post, and you get something unrelated and random back that had nothing to do with your post. Somebody said, I shared a horrific story on Instagram looking for some advice on how to deal with toxic coworkers. And some random guy then messages me back saying that he liked my honesty, complimented me on my writing, and then followed it with, are you into bondage with your sex?
Dude,
What?
too soon.
How do we go from there to here?
He fluffed her up. Oh, you're a great writer.
Yeah.
Creepy people can't hide their creepy sometimes.
They can't help
It oozes out.
Somebody said they got a DM one time that somebody had claimed they were in the Illuminati, and they asked if I'd like to know more and requested my number to WhatsApp me. Freaked me out because they knew the names of my parents and all my pets.
Yeah, that's probably because you went on Facebook and took one of those dumb quizzes to tell you what kind of lover you are. And it asked you all these questions, and you answered them, you big dummy.
Yeah, we post up those questions, and somebody said, are you guys trying to like fish for information so you guys can rob me?
No.
No, we're not.
KVJ does not want to rob you, but everybody else on Facebook does. So don't take those random quizzes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you will get some of the weird stuff if you're posting anything and doing anything on social media. Odd DMs are going to happen. Well, I got a round of who is worth more. Looking at the net worth currently of these celebrities, who right now is worth more? Battle of the Billies. Billie Eilish or Billy Idol? Who is worth more? What do you think, Virginia?
I mean, who's got more as far as money? Who's richer?
Yes, net worth.
I'm going to go.
And I'm the dumb one. I'm the one that ruins the bits. I'm the bit killer.
Shut up, Target. I'm going to go.
Screwing up the show. Messing up the flow. The show is down ruined. What the hell are you doing?
Okay. All right. So, yes, net worth, Virginia, their total value. As far as
I'm going to
money.
go Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish. Do you agree, Jay Bird?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh.
No. Billie Eilish is worth $53 million. Billy Idol worth 60.
Good for Billy Idol.
Yeah, right? Good for Billy Idol. And people forget he had some massive songs.
He did.
You know, and Billie Eilish has had Bad Guy, which was big, but Billy Idol in the day, and he's still been touring off of those songs. He had about 3 or 4 massive songs.
He was very popular.
Back in the early to mid 80s.
I remember it was him and Duran Duran back to back on MTV.
Yeah, he was a big dude back in the day.
Are you going to give us more Billies?
No, we're going to stop that. Yeah, it's too confusing.
Yeah.
What about this? John Mayer or John Stamos? Who's worth more?
Are you talking about how much they make, Kevin? John Mayer is worth more than John Stamos.
Do you agree, Virginia?
Yeah, and he looks like he'd be better in bed.
Oh, okay. Interesting sidebar. Yeah. $70 million for John Mayer, $25 million for John Stamos.
That's all Uncle Jesse's got? You would think Full House would pay the bills a little more.
Yeah, I know.
And that's a lot of money, don't get me wrong.
But you got to split it with a lot of people.
2 Tanners.
Yeah.
Or 2...
Sometimes when you come from Full House, there's a lot of people in the house that you got to split your money with. What about the Battle of the Lees? Tommy Lee or Bruce Lee? Who's worth more? And we'll go with the estate of Bruce Lee, since he's passed.
Motley Crue, though, they're kind of like an Aerosmith where they've turned themselves into almost like a corporation.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee, I think, is good with his money, too.
Okay. Drummer of Motley Crue versus the karate expert.
But Bruce Lee, that's legend stuff, Virginia.
Well,
Yeah.
just pick one.
Oh, sorry.
You've been here for 20 minutes.
Bruce Lee.
I'm going Tommy Lee.
Virginia's right.
Damn it.
You kind of explained why Tommy Lee would get it, and then you went Bruce Lee. It's an interesting thing to watch, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating. Yeah, Tommy Lee, $80 million, Bruce Lee, 10.
The show's almost over. We're obviously petering out.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
but
goodness.
The tank is empty.
Yeah. Oof. Wow, this is rough. I don't know if we're going to make it across the finish line today.
We're limping.
Yeah. Okay, what about the Battle of the Bruces? Willis versus Springsteen. Who is worth more money?
This is easy.
Okay.
It's Springsteen.
Yeah, I think it's Springsteen, too.
You're correct. Yeah, double the money. Springsteen, $500 million. Bruce Willis, $250.
$500 million for the boss.
Yeah.
$250 ain't nothing to shake a stick at either.
Yeah, not bad.
You don't see Bruce Willis doing a lot.
I mean, you know. I think Die Hard 11's coming out.
Yeah. Okay, what about the Battle of the Georges? Boy George from Culture Club, the group, or Paul George, the basketball player from the LA Clippers? Who is worth more money?
Boy George.
Paul George.
Okay, this could be a deciding one here. Our winner is Virginia. Paul George of the LA Clippers, $90 million. Boy George of Culture Club, $40.
Okay.
Good for boy, though. 40's nothing.
40's great.
Not gonna shake a stick at Kev.
Yeah. Wait, what are you
I'm
shaking?
going to come over there and shake your stick.
Yeah. Not sure that's how everybody shakes their stick.
Yeah, I did do that.
We got kicked off of Instagram yesterday for your shit. Stick shaking.
I think you need to stop talking, Virginia.
Oh, my God.
Stick shaking.
You know, I'm in bad shape today, but what's your excuse?
What is going on?
I got to go to bed.
You just accidentally said the S bomb 20 times.
Like, you kept repeating it. Kevin, please stop. Like, can you just stop? Stop. After the Show podcast coming up here in about 5 minutes on YouTube. Just look for the KVJ Show. Bird, before we get there, wrap us up with your thought.
When you do things from your soul, you feel a river moving in you. A joy.
A joy?
A joy.
Is this about pooping?
No, it's a... I've done a different one. It's not a good one.
Ironically, that one about pooping was a turd.
I hate when the positivity segment turns negative.
Yeah, so.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.